Okay, so I had a couple of candle wreaths. They were candle rings, and they were these little plastic kind of blah candle rings, and they were real tiny, and they fit, like a pillar candle in the middle. And I never used them. They sat in my closet forever. So this year I decided to cut them apart. So that's what this is, the little pieces that I cut apart. And I had a wire wreath base form. And this is an 8-inch one. And I cut these apart, and I have been wiring and gluing them to the back of this wire wreath form. You can see I've got one piece left to do, and I'm gonna put it like that to complete the circle. And so what it did is I took two of them, and it just made it bigger, because what I wanted to use mine for was not a pillar candle, but I wanted to use this votive, this big glass votive, which is quite a bit larger. The base is about 6 inches. So the 8-inch wreath form worked really well. All right, so I'm just attaching this last piece. Got my hot glue gun heating up. I'm actually using zip tie, these little zip ties. I get these zip ties from the Dollar General. They're really small. They're very thin plastic. They're perfect for crafting, because sometimes the bigger, thicker ones are a little too heavy. I started with floral wire, and I quickly decided that was too hard. It wasn't holding as well. Things were sliding around. So I think the zip ties seem to work a lot better. And what I'm doing is I'm using this is 1, 2, 3, 4. There are 4 bars to this wreath, and I am attaching everything on the second one from the outside, second one from the inside. So this one from the inside. All right, well, let me just put this last piece on so I can show you how I'm doing it. Turn it upside down. And I may have to fill in a little bit more as I get this on. I have to see. All right, so I'm taking that. You can see this takes a little bit of work to kind of get this on here. Then I'm gonna put it through, and I'm putting it through that second bar. The zip ties just, for me, work so much better. They hold it nice and tight. A lot easier to put on than the wire was. There's that one. I'm gonna do the other one down here. Now I'm just using what I had. Obviously you could do this with picks. You could do this with any kind of leftover stuff you have. This is just what I had. It's been sitting in my closet forever, and if you follow me at all, you know I like to use what I have and be creative with it, as opposed to running out and buying stuff. All right, so I've got it zip tied in place, and I'm definitely going to need to fill. You can see I've got a spot right here that definitely is going to need another piece. So I do have another piece. You can see that right there. You can see the bar there. I'm going to go ahead and put some glue on this to kind of set him in place. Probably hear the kids upstairs. They're still home from Christmas break. Well, I don't know about y'all, but this Christmas just came and went so fast. I feel like it's just a blur. All right, so I've got the glue on there, and you can see the hot glue in there. I'm just gonna let that set up. The zip ties definitely work a lot better than the floral wire for me. I would recommend straight away going with the zip ties. Okay, and that's setting up nicely. The glue just kind of holds it in place. And for this particular thing that I'm using, it's kind of got a little groove in the plastic base that this stuff came on. So the glue just kind of fills that groove in and holds it in place. All right. So that is basically it. I am gonna go and get a couple more pieces and try to fill in to make it nice and full. And I will attach a photo of the finished product, but you can see how cute that turned out now. And basically it just took some things that were unusable and for me made them usable. And now I can put my votive in the center. Just set it right in the center. And you can see how nice that fits. I'll turn the camera a little bit so you can see better. See that votive in there? So for me, that's what I needed. So I took some stuff that I already had and just made it work. So, you know, it's all about being creative. It's taking the things that you already have in your home and reimagining them in a different way. And it's not hard. I mean, this is a simple thing to do. And, you know, when I show it, I'm like, oh gosh, it's not very hard. It's just using, you know, some creativity and some imagination to kind of take what you have, you know, reconfigure it and use it in a way that works for you and your decor that you're trying to go for. So there you go. 2 little tiny candle rings turned into a wreath for a votive. All right. Merry Christmas, y'all. Have a happy and safe New Year.